This might stretch the definition of tech support. I was supporting and enabling a large company's migration from on-premises data centers to cloud hosting. At some point I was in charge of migrating data from an old mainframe system into the cloud. By in charge I mean, another team designed a migration that would require an army of servers, complicated clustering logic, and a ton of code. It didn't work, and thus became my problem. The original team had used all kinds of fancy tools and design patterns to manage this big data. Many servers talked to a caching server. A backup of a database was exported to a CSV file, with the intention of loading that into a dedicated cache server. The actual data to be migrated was exported to 2 other CSV files, each containing nearly a terabyte of data. No, we couldn't just stream through the file one row at a time. It had to be grouped, chunked by certain values, and end. I remembered a snarky line I'd found online somewhere: if it fits in memory, it's not big data. Huh. What's the biggest EC2 instance I can reserve in AWS? Solution? I loaded up a 128-core server that had 2 terabytes of memory. Loaded the entire contents of the database backup into memory. Took one of the -1 terabyte CSV files containing the data to be migrated, and loaded it all in memory as well. Spun through all the data, streaming it into the new system. That stupid server cost something like $300 per day to rent, but it was actually cheaper than the entire fleet of hardware that we were supposed to use, and I only needed it temporarily, while the migration was running. Turns out it's a hell of a lot easier to migrate data to a new system when you can just load it all in memory and figure it out from there. Bonus, Top has a bug. You know how it displays CPU utilization on a per-core basis? So if you have 2 cores, the max usage is 200%. If you have 4 cores, the max is 400%. If you have 128 cores, the max is 9,999%. It can't display more than 4 digits. Over the weekend I was asked to build a new laptop for someone's assistant. Nice and simple, had it ready to go Friday afternoon, so dropped it to their office. The assistant's boss was there, so handed it to them in its bag and watched them put it down next to their desk. Monday rolls around and the new assistant comes asking for their laptop. I relay the above to them and am informed that they just came from there. Their boss thinks she moved it to their other workspace. I think I speak for everyone here when I say that we all know the laptop is exactly where I saw it put Friday. But no, I need to check the other places first. God forbid I make them feel stupid by using my eyes to check the place they say it isn't. We do a walking tour of the places the laptop potentially is and find nothing, so I walk them back to their office practicing surprised responses in my head. "Oh look, there it is," I remark as we enter. The boss looks over, pretends not to notice me grabbing it from the floor just next to their desk. No thank you, but that's mostly due to shame preventing them making eye contact. All in a day's work. My last tale received a great positive response here, so I thought I'd regale you all with another war story from my role as the entire IT department for a company that does everything but IT. Last time we met Rose and recalled the PC upgrade that deleted a whole bank, and today we'll be meeting Rose's boss. Rose's boss. What to say of the man? Picture a Cadillac Escalade with all the chrome, cutting you off in traffic with golf bags in the back and no blinker. This guy is the man driving it. Naturally, thinks himself the resident expert on all things, and IT is certainly not out of his wheelhouse. He could do my job, but he doesn't want to. I exist as a matter of convenience in his mind, not necessity. Cast. $me, no recommendation 8630 himself, in the flesh. Certified IT adventurer. John, Rose's boss. We'll call him John because he looks like a John. The quintessential salesman. He'd look right at home, cigar in mouth, standing outside a used car lot in 1962. Think mid-50s, rotund, bald, perpetually single, and with a level of entitlement that would disgust King Midas himself. Son of the original owners of the company and the manager of the sales department. Struggles to inflate his own tires and is often confused by overcomplicated pens, but is also fully convinced that if he can't do a thing it's because the thing is stupid and doesn't need to be done. The event. This takes place during the human malware outbreak of 2020, smack dab in the middle of the mass panic and sudden shift to remote work. Before closing the sales and accounting departments of our office, operations continued to run as some of the services this company provides fell under the umbrella of essential work per the U.S. government. We purchased a laptop for every employee. I took one, created an admin account and a limited user account, set up some quick troubleshooting tools, read, TeamViewer, imaged the drive and deployed it to all of them, yay sameness, tagged them into inventory and issued one to everyone that would be working from home along with a VoIP phone and a goodie bag of cables and miscellany. Yes, even John. But you see, John being John and all, the same laptop as everyone else simply wouldn't do. No, John took it upon himself to re-enter the office the next day, of course it was a Saturday, and retrieve the desktop computer from his office complete with all 4 monitors and, shockingly, all of the cables. So it's Saturday evening and I'm lazing about on the sofa with my fiancée, right about to click play on the next mindless Netflix binge when my phone rings. John, hey me, let me ask you a question. This is how John always starts conversations when he's unhappy about something, so I brace myself. Me, hey John, you know it's Saturday evening, right? I'm kind of preoccupied here. John, this'll just take a second, but, and it's an emergency. This computer is a piece of, expletive deleted /. It's lit up but there's no screen. Me, with all of the sarcasm John deserves but maybe a touch too much for diplomacy. Wow John, that really does suck. I'll be happy to help you on Monday morning. John, now listen here me, you're going to help me because I, expletive deleted /, pay you to help me. So anyway, I plugged in the power in the screen cable thing but nothing works. Me, now oscillating between rage and confusion, the screen cable? This is a laptop, John. There is no screen cable. Are you trying to use this with a TV or something? John, oh, no, I don't use, expletive deleted / little toys like those, I need a real computer. So I went and got mine. And all the screens. Very proud of himself indeed. Me, face in palm, knowing full well I have to make this work or I'll never be able to rescue a shred of my Saturday evening. Great. Lovely. Okay. Because I can't see what you're seeing, let's start from the beginning. You should have 5 power cables, they're all the same and it doesn't matter what each goes to. First connect each of them to a power strip. Then John, bowling me over, like he does, I know. How to plug things in. Fix the computer. Me, John, we have to start at the beginning. Remember the printer incident? That is a tale I will share another day, but John did remember the printer incident and my point was made. John, find me, 5 power cables, plugged into a power strip. Other ends plugged into 4 monitors and the computer tower. Power strip is on. Good on him for checking this. I was, and still am, thoroughly shocked at his uncharacteristic attention to detail here. Me, wonderful. Now you brought your mouse and keyboard. And the little nub is plugged into the tower? John, yeah I've got those, but I also know they have nothing to do with the screen, so if you're about done wasting my, expletive deleted / Saturday night with this. Me, John, it's my Saturday night too, so I only want to go through this once. We are going to check everything. Now, the HDMI cables. There should be 4 of. John, bowling me over, like he does, I told you the screen cables were plugged in. All the cable holes are full on the screens like they're, expletive deleted / supposed to be. Me, brain gear spinning. Spinning, all. The holes, ports. Those monitors each have 2 HDMI ports, each one should only have 1 cable connected to it. John, no, they all connect. Top left to top right to bottom right to bottom left, bottom left. Me, interrupting this time, you connected the monitors to Ecother? Why would you connect the monitors to Ecother? John, how the, expletive deleted / else will they talk to Ecother and share the picture? You're the IT guy here dude, you know how screens work. Somehow, dear reader, I contained my expletives long enough to walk John through connecting the HDMI cables to the computer, and got the computer going. Then contained my expletives long enough still to open display settings and organize the screens. But I will admit to losing my temper an hour and a half into this just a second call, during the configuration of his VoIP phone. Now these phones are stupid easy to set up. Ethernet from the router into the phone and from the phone to the computer. Would you believe that the ports on the phone are labeled Internet and Computer? Apparently that is not clear enough for some people. That is John. We resorted to FaceTime wherein there was quite a bit of no, stop, plug that cable into the top one. The top one. John, pick the phone back up and unplug the cable from the bottom port. It goes in the expletive deleted / top one. But would you believe that he's really good at sales? Meanwhile, the fiancé was absolutely in tears laughing. My exasperated face, phone in hand and all, was our Christmas card that year. TL, Dr. Sales Manager is too good for a laptop but can properly connect HDMI cables to a desktop PC. VoIP phones are apparently future alien technology. And #X200B. Edit, Grammar.